Yeah. Yeah. Benchmark, they're speaking the facts that you wanna hear. The rapper jersey, the vision is clear. Diamonds glisten like a chandelier. You know what I'm here for, like Marshawn Lynch. At clutch time, we do not flinch. Real brothers, we do not switch. Hit home runs with the right pitch. Who run the city? What to do when they hating on you? I feel like Kobe 2010. Taking the L, all I need is a win. Business is business, you know how they go. They clearing the seats, now it's time to grow. Tuning now, gotta be in the know. Showtime, bitch, my about to blow.
I ain't seen from now. Bowser really. I was trying to tell you.
Podcast. What's up, bro?
Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Bitch Mob ENT. I just want to share with y'all real quick, right? So it's such a great feeling when you get in on the ground level, whether it's your favorite artist and everybody is hopping on like, oh, Jack Harlow. Nah, I was on Jack Harlow before y'all knew Jack Harlow. I know who you
got. Jack Harlow, super fan on the podcast.
Super fan.
You're a super fan.
Or when you get on that stock before it blow up, when you check out that restaurant that nobody know about, and they come to it like, man, I've been eating here. Y'all late. I've been had the combination of PBJ and chocolate milk. Like I've been on it. That's the same with Benchmark ENT, bro. We at the ground level, building up. Get in it now. How you get in on it? Go rate us. Takes 2 seconds. Rate us. Subscribe. Another 2 seconds. Write a review. That's all you gotta do. If you want to send money, click the link in the bio. You know, you go to Anchor. You can send one-time donation, monthly donation, whatever you want to do. Benchmark, we growing. Get in now. Crew here tonight. Full squad. Greg, Mr. Hot Take Sends Man. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, bro. I'm all fired up. I'm ready to talk about everything under the sun.
CJ Moneybags.
Going well, man. End of a long week. Ready for the weekend. Happy to be here with y'all.
Woo! Talk about weekend. Weekend's gonna be coming back. Miles. How you living, Miles?
I'm doing good, bro.
Yo, so y'all voted one of the polls. Y'all voted for the sports topic. We're gonna start with that because we give the people what they want. We the podcast of the people. If y'all didn't know, we the podcast of the people. That's why no topic is off limit, and we get y'all input on topics. So with that being the case, we're gonna start off right here with the NCAA Final Four talk. So we're gonna start on the women's side. It still is, if I remember correctly, it's National Women's Month, right? It's
International Women's Month?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Women's Month. So we're gonna start there, and I'll start it off. I'm seeing UConn going against South Carolina in the finals.
I don't know about that, dog.
Hey, you were saying the last week that you didn't think UConn was going to be able to get to this point.
I know.
They
took
going back to
overtimes. It wasn't like it was an easy game.
Hey, it didn't have to be an easy game.
This is the game that they've really been working for.
Why is he betting against Paige? I don't understand.
Betting against Paige?
Yeah,
Have you seen Stanford play?
Stanford's amazing. I understand. But I
They
understand
got chicks like 6'2" that can dribble.
Cameron Brink.
Cameron Brink's like 6'8".
Cameron Brink. Defensive mismatch.
Yo, this is where it all started. It was some crazy stat where it's like they're on 14 straight wins, 14 straight Final Four takes, Final Four runs, and this is where the whole dynasty started. Was in Minnesota, I believe. That's where they're going to be. This is a story. This is a story written perfectly for Gino. They get into the finals. They're gonna see South Carolina, and look, I'm a kid. Hey, I love Dawn Staley. But if UConn gets to the finals and you mention, oh, it's double overtime, that's the type of game that helps get you to that next level. Like, yo, we made it through double overtime. They get to the finals. I'm not betting against Gino on set.
That's fair, too.
On the set. If UConn gets there, UConn winning, I'm sorry. I love Dawn Staley. I love the team. I love Aaliyah. I think South Carolina is great. But with just how the season is going, and Gino gets them to the finals, and we've all said it. This is not a typical UConn team. They are not stacked from top to bottom.
Which is why I'm concerned.
You could be concerned all you want. If they get to the finals, Gino gonna make it work. I'm not betting against Gino.
Well, they're not making it to the finals. I'm just telling you like it is. Like Stanford is so much better than them.
Agreed.
So much better than them. And then,
But Stanford, it's March Madness. Come out flat. Come out flat if you want. Come out flat if you want.
They're gonna put a lot of pressure on UConn. Like their bigs are bigger than them. Their guards.
That's what I'm saying. If they're able to get through to this, if they're able to get through Stanford, who's obviously the better team, just like we was looking at St. Peter's when they was getting through playing bigger teams and winning. If they get through, that's what I'm saying. If they get through,
but why are we predicting Stanford to fold? Because we know what they are. We know what Haley Jones is. She's a dog. We know what Cameron Brinks is. Obviously, she's a defensive mismatch. She, like you said, is 6'8". She ain't 6'8" really, but like she played like she's 6'8". As long as she stay out of foul trouble. The only thing I'm worried about with UConn is, and you know I want UConn to win. I'm a Connecticut boy, right?
Facts.
I've been rooting for UConn women's basketball my whole life. But at the pipe down over here. Listen. Well, I'm talking about NCAA women's basketball right now.
It's not Cincinnati in women's basketball?
No, it's not Cincinnati in women's basketball. Can I talk?
Thank God.
Yeah, listen, y'all gonna stop talking down on Cincinnati. Nah, but for real though, with UConn, we talked about it. Paige plays great. She can get a bucket on any given night, but if she has that one bad night, they do not have the same supporting cast that Stanford has, that South Carolina has. They don't have players where like
what about Azzi Fudd? What's she been on?
Aziza and Aaliyah Edwards?
No,
good
Fudd.
game.
You know what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about right now. You know
she had a good game in the last one.
She's a good player. She's a great player. She's not supported.
Paige is not going to have a bad game,
and I hope she doesn't. But I'm talking about do they
Paige
have
go
some?
Paige go to the NBA after this, bro.
Facts.
Nah, not WNBA, NBA. Paige going to the league. Paige, we gonna put her on the Knicks. Knicks need a point guard, right?
Knicks need
a point. Paige Buchers, we putting her on wax right now. Paige Buchers, the next point guard for your New York Knicks, and she's gonna start over RJ Barrett and all that. Yeah, all right. Paige Buchers crazy. Is your next point guard for New York Knicks.
So
mind you, he tight because they about to lose to the Hawks in the play-in. It's cool. It's written.
Keep saying that dumb stuff, bro. These new followers is crazy.
All right, so who you got winning it then?
I got Stanford.
Stanford. Okay, so Stanford gets through, and they already seen South Carolina?
Yeah.
Stanford, South Carolina, Stanford winning.
I got Stanford.
Stanford, South Carolina, Stanford wins.
I got Stanford, Louisville.
Stanford, Louisville. Okay.
Wow, Haley Van Lith is a bucket. She's a bucket.
Two consecutive games, 20+ points.
She's really good.
She takes over.
Damn. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go UConn. Louisville.
UConn, Louisville.
Yeah. I'm going UConn, Louisville. Yeah, Louisville. Yeah, I'm picking. I'm out here just picking them. I don't give a damn. All right.
You don't even know who playing.
Get out of here.
He's a Stanford Baylor.
I definitely didn't do it. I definitely didn't do that.
On the men's side, Villanova, Kansas,
about.
And then we got UConn Duke. Not UConn Duke. I'm bugging. UNC Duke.
UNC, yeah.
UNC Duke.
Crazy game.
UNC, Tar Heel Nation, my boys.
Boys too.
My boys. Y'all need to send Coach. This is the perfect way to send Coach K home. For Tar Heels, no cap. Of course, you want to win the championship. But if the Tar Heels send Coach K home twice in his final season, and it's the storybook, and oh my gosh, Coach K has been able to bring them together, and it would be great if he could end off like John Wooden and winning the championship and go off to the sunset. Nah, kill that noise. Beat them, and I don't even honestly, I don't care if they win the championship. That's the championship right there. Rivalries, that rivalry right there. Send Coach K home with his wife, back on that plane, send him home with that L, and you got to go live with that for the rest of your life. Yo, I couldn't get it done, and we lost to UNC the first time ever in a tournament that they actually meet this rivalry. What a great way to start it off. The first time meeting in the tourney. Send them Blue Devils home.
This is a bigger game than the championship matchup would be.
Facts.
This is a bigger game. This is a game that everyone's gonna be watching, and there's a lot of NBA talent on the floor. Like Tone covered all the thunder in terms of getting Coach K up out of here. I want him gone. So that's fine. Sir. That's where I'm at too. Forget the Blue Devils. Also, that's a really underratedly just terrible name for a team.
I think it sticks with them well with all the stuff that's happened.
Oh yes, they some devils all right.
I think it sticks.
Back to the
Christian Laettner.
days.
Yes, Christian Laettner.
Days.
Yeah.
Back to them days.
John Shire.
It's very
all them,
on
yes,
brand. It's very on brand.
Very on brand.
But there's a lot of NBA talent on the floor. We're talking about from RJ Davis, the point guard. I like this game since high school. To Caleb Love, over to Manick, who's had an amazing tournament. Over to the other side, you got Paolo, you got Trevor Keels, you got all them dudes on the other side too. There's a lot. Roach, you got a lot of guys that are. We're talking about being NBA guys down the line here. So this is going to be the best game. This is the most talented matchup of any of the matchups we've seen so far throughout March Madness, and this is what I'm here for. See, because I like to watch. I only watch this stuff. I'm a UNC fan, right? But I watch this stuff primarily for NBA talent. I want to see NBA talent out there. Like, that's what I'm looking for. So a game like this, I salivate over because there's so much NBA talent. The guard play is going to be amazing. It's going to be a high-skill game. You know it's going to come down to the last minute, last possession. You just know it. It's not going to be a blowout. And if it is, my God, imagine they blow Coach K out of here. Oh, my God.
They spanked him a few weeks ago.
That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful.
Their guard play is so good.
You think Duke was getting through? Because I remember when we started talking about the 24 even started, we was on the same page. We was like, yo, Duke looking shaky. They not going to get to this point.
They were looking shaky. But, in the tournament so far, damn, move your leg. Like, all in my
this dude like this, rolling over his chair, talking about move your leg. Why don't I like this? Give me a take, bro.
This guy over here, man.
Still
going.
Now you want to give me an example?
You want to let me talk?
I ain't saying nothing.
So you think Duke is going to beat UNC?
Yeah, I think so.
Of course, he's on the opposite side of the spectrum. Of course you do.
Opposite?
Of course
I mean, what have we seen
would...
otherwise to say that they're not going to beat them? I mean, we saw what happened in the regular season, but now these kids are playing inspired basketball. They're playing a lot better than they had towards the end of the season. That's why I didn't pick them, because I'm like, they don't look like they're ready. But it's almost like they grew each game in the tournament.
So why weren't they inspired when they played UNC the first time?
I don't know.
Is Coach K's?
That's not my problem.
Is Coach K's inspiration? Is Coach K not walking off into the sunset? Not enough inspiration for these privileged boys? Well,
I want to know what he said to them.
Well, we heard what he said. He said this was disappointing. This was unacceptable. Maybe that lit the fire on him, because it was 80 former players there, about a bunch of different celebrities. Adam Silver came and he gonna say in front of everybody, this was unacceptable. That probably lit a fire under Paolo, Kills, and all them. Like, Dad, we let Coach K down. You heard him in the last couple of games. Like, yeah, we doing this for Coach K. Coach K, like, yo, shut up. Let's finish this out. I agree. They're playing inspired ball, and you can inspire to go back on that plane after this L. Who you got? UNC or Duke?
I got Duke.
Disrespectful. Villanova.
Yeah, he's saying that like it's mad. Like he's saying it with so much. Like it's just
no. I'm saying I got
a statement like it's not gonna be a close game.
It is. The Duke's only a 4-point favorite. It's definitely gonna be a close game, but they've been.
You got Duke gear at home, don't you?
I ain't got no Duke gear at home.
What? You give me Grant Hill vibes.
Come on, bro. I ain't got no Duke gear at home, bro. You know Cincinnati, everything in the closet.
Villanova, Kansas.
Nova.
I just don't care about this game.
I'm being honest.
Nova.
In comparison, but
it's going to be tough.
But Nova lost Justin Moore to a torn Achilles. That's not. It's not sweet.
It's going to be real tough because he's their best defender.
Well, Conga Gillespie's like 30 years old. Okay, he's been in college since I was like a junior in high school. So if we're doing the math here with that guy with that experience, he's really a pro at this point. I'm gonna pick Villanova because he's got the veteran savvy and the edge. And it's just nonsense. He's cheating the system. He's been in college for like 10 years.
10 years.
Dude
like
driving
22.
He drove the team. He drives the team bus to get to all that stuff. He over here he flies. He had time to become a pilot. He flies a plane to and from the campus to where they're playing, bro.
You mentioned the whole UNC Duke game, it being a whole lot of NBA talent. How are we looking at with this NBA season? Who's our MVP, bro? We gonna break down the MVP. We're gonna break down all the awards. How y'all looking at MVP, man? It was a Jokic was running away with it, and Embiid was running away with it. Giannis. We had Tatum actually getting in the mix now. How y'all looking at this for your MVP?
It's not.
I know
John
you don't
Morant.
want it.
We're not giving it to John Morant.
Heck no.
John Morant missed the last like 3 weeks, so he comes off out of it.
Nah, I think it's gonna be Jokic again.
I think so.
At this point, yeah. I think it's gonna be them.
Unfortunately,
It's boring.
Because Philly, they're losing some big games down the stretch.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
They had the fattest man on earth.
Yo.
he ain't never gonna let that go, bro.
No, Harden's
until the Nets win a ring, he not gonna let that.
Yeah, so by June I'll be over Harden.
You think he work at Pliables or something? He's trying to get him to eat healthy.
He should start going to Pliables. Start going to eat some Nutella.
Word, you and James Harden eat the same stuff.
I don't play in the NBA and get paid $40 million a year. I can eat whatever the hell I want. But James Harden can't.
That's a fact.
James Harden should be going to the strip club eating wings, going to Magic City and doing that stuff. James Harden should be at the club a little bit if he gets blown up by Kyrie in the Nets on his home floor. You know?
Are we giving Coach of the Year to Monty Williams?
It'd be cool. I mean, hasn't he won it before?
Apparently not.
I don't believe so.
According to him, which it's hard to believe, right? But I don't think he has.
He won it in New Orleans.
Maybe he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. I think Ime Udoka is a real good candidate for it.
But yeah, if they end up in the 1 seed, they're only 1 game out. I find it hard to believe that he doesn't win.
I think he's
after his
that
first
comeback
year.
Is crazy. Yeah,
first year. And how stacked the East is right now.
I mean, to have little boys playing defense like that, that's crazy. To have Jason Tatum playing like he's not light skinned, that's crazy. Like it's different.
RJ, when they turned the season around after Knicks came in their home court and lit it up.
No, did the Knicks ever beat this up?
No, we did.
RJ Barrett, we need that shot, right?
Oh, the bank shot.
That was in January.
The left, yeah,
that was home.
Yeah, I was at home. I don't think that was a turning point.
You see his face. He's trying so hard to hate on the shot.
I'm not. Yeah, I just kept sending this to me.
Monty never got it.
Yeah, he never
got it. Okay.
Monty should have got it last year over that.
Yeah.
Bum.
Oh, over Tibbs. Over Tibbs, who will be the coach for the Knicks for the next 20 years. But Ime Udoka or Monty, they're both really great choices. I think you can't go wrong with either one of those choices. That's kind of the way I see it. You could say Monty's more deserving because they've just been dominant all year and they've been really good, like great.
Well, they've been dominant since the bubble. So I mean, at some point you got to give.
You got to give them something. You got to show them some love.
I think too. Like you mentioned, Udoka, he's gonna get votes, but it gotta go to Monty, bro. It's great what he did turning the season around, but it gotta go to Monty. Monty been doing all he said from the bubble, bro, and he hasn't got the respect. He hasn't got it. I don't know what's going on in Phoenix. I don't know why Phoenix don't get the respect at all.
Phoenix. It's because it's Phoenix.
Booker not in any of the top 5 MVP voting.
Because he plays in Phoenix.
Monty Williams again. Bigger market, I guess. Knicks, Tibbs gets it. Don't deserve it. We know. We seen his track record. Like,
don't deserve.
He didn't deserve it. We know this. Tibbs will
go up the wins from like the past 3 years before that.
Tibbs will go to OKC. Tibbs will go to.
Y'all are fake good. Y'all are like bubble good.
Tibbs. This is Tibbs' career.
Y'all are like government cheese.
This is Tibbs' career. First couple of years, they win a bunch of games. They win a bunch of games. They win a bunch of games, and it goes downhill after that. They win a bunch of games, and then it goes downhill.
They're not even Velveeta. It's not that Velveeta quality cheese. They're not even Velveeta, bro. They're not even Velveeta, bro. They're like it's government cheese, like government assistant cheese. That's what the Knicks are. They fit good.
Who's y'all 6th man?
Tyler Hero. On to the next. No one should have a different opinion. Don't even think about it, Miles. Nothing to think about. I don't know why you're looking at the sky and like the answer's gonna fall on your head. Like stop. Like stop. It's Tyler Hero. Could be. So who? Please be the hot take guy for once. This will be fun. Go ahead. Please give me a hot take. Yeah, because I don't know who the heck else is more deserving than Tyler Hero for 6th man of the year. You gotta think that.
I can't say Jordan Poole because he's been pretty much starting all year.
Jordan Poole, yeah, he's not. He's an MIP conversation, but not the most improved guy. But he's not.
Are we giving Ja most improved player?
Yeah.
19 to 28 points.
That's huge. Yeah, that's big.
It is huge, but
you associate the little guy, the guy who doesn't have a household name to begin with this award. You don't associate it with the guy who's a burgeoning all-star, superstar now. We don't associate with the big names for the MIP. But Ja is certainly a deserving candidate. He's certainly a deserving
I
candidate.
think Ja got to be at the top. He's going to get some first place votes. That jump that he did, and of course, Memphis is a good team, right? And they were 15-2, 16-3 without him.
Can I just say something about that? By the way, they played really, really hard, and give them credit for that.
That's not playing hard is such an underrated thing.
It's such an underrated thing, but they played really, really hard too, and it kind of reminds me of the way the Knicks were last year. Obviously, they're a much more talented team. That goes without saying. But,
of course.
Yeah. But they play really, really hard, similar to that. And sometimes, when teams match your intensity in the playoffs, I wasn't here at the podcast last week, and I apologize to all the viewers, and everybody, because I heard him talk about that game where we gave 132 points to the Memphis Grizzlies and everything. But the veteran teams don't come and play hard every night in the NBA. People have to understand about the NBA. They don't. Like the teams that have championship aspirations that see past the regular season and almost don't take it that seriously, like LeBron-led teams, you watch basketball, the Nets, a veteran-led team with KD, they've been in the playoffs. They know what they're after. They don't come and play hard every single night. The teams that are young and up and coming and hungry, like the Grizzlies, the Knicks last year, like there's always one team like that. And the Suns are actually a lot like this too, except they're like legitimately very great. But like, someone's going to catch up to you and play with that level of intensity.
So when it talks about the Grizzlies, I want to talk about that because that's one of the playoff conversations, one of the stories in the playoffs. How far do we think the Grizzlies go? I was talking to somebody on Instagram. He was saying he thinks it's Grizzlies, Phoenix Suns meeting the Western Conference Final. Are the Grizzlies actually going to, you think, progress? They've had a great season, but now playoff time is here, which is a different animal.
Like as long as Ja stays healthy.
Where do you think they're going? What do you think they're going to do?
They should make the conference finals, and I think they could give the Suns a run at making the finals this year.
Whoa. I don't see that at all. I think for the Grizzlies, I don't think the Grizzlies are a finals contender at all. I'm sorry. I don't believe it. I think that they can get knocked out by any one of these teams. The Warriors, the Suns.
First round.
Dallas.
First round.
Dallas could knock them out.
Standings right now. First round. They see Minnesota. Well, this is the play-in, whatever. First round. Right now, the 7th seed is Minnesota. 8th seed is Clippers. 9th seed is Pelicans.
The Clippers could knock them out too, by the way.
Paul George looked very good first game.
Well, George Paul in the playoffs, but I think that he could certainly they could certainly knock them out. Tyler,
did he not have a good playoffs last year?
Yeah, after you was
what?
He was talking down
pandemic P and all that. Like he
was pandemic P.
That was before. That was the bubble. We're not gonna put respect on his name. Last year he balled out.
He's a great player. Paul George is a great player. I just expect more from him than I get.
But I'm talking about you mentioned playoffs. George Paul,
what has he done for me in the playoffs? What standard are we holding Paul George to then?
He played well last year.
Great. What does that mean? Because he's supposed to play great. That's what I'm saying.
So
I don't expect anything else from him.
Are you holding him in the same breath as a LeBron?
Look, LeBron has become the new criteria point for a lot of these guys for me. It's why James Harden being obese is unacceptable to me.
Go back to James.
Right? But that's the reason why. It's why Russell Westbrook being Russell Westbrook is unacceptable to me. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. We hold these guys so high. Yo, you're making 40 M's a year, bro. Chris, tell me they're making 40 M's a year.
When you get paid that much,
it
shouldn't just be about playing well. It should be about winning games.
I don't know him. I don't know him or his family. I don't know, Russell.
Chris, that might what have us go viral because we post that and Russ might see it like, I told y'all stop calling me.
He gonna call you up.
That's okay, Russ. Please call me out.
He gonna ask for your at name. Set up a meeting.
He gonna
fly out to LA
real soon if he wants to.
Nah, he gonna fly right out to LA.
He's stupid. Yo, I lost my train of thought. What were we even talking about before this whole thing fell apart?
I don't even want to act. Defensive player here. This is one.
This is my space right here.
So like this, like he's spinning like this, and we keep it real on this podcast, right?
Yeah.
Somebody feet stink, bro. You're not even paying attention.
Not bad.
So when we talk about playoffs and whatnot, we mentioned this and we got to talk about it. Greg obviously thinks the Nets are still championship contenders.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. It's not because I'm a Nets fan. People are just stupid. No, don't fall for it. I just told everybody that these NBA teams, these veteran-led teams, like, they don't play hard in the regular season. What has happened every time the Nets have actually woken up this regular season? We embarrassed James Harden in Philly. We embarrassed the Heat last week, beat them by damn near 30 at home. Had UD wanting to choke out Jimmy.
So you guys are just mailing it in right now,
huh?
They're
just chilling. They're in cruise control. That's we are really that nice, bro. We have a great team. The Nets are a great team. We're better now than we were when we had James Harden. And people talking about are they going to win a playoff series? Of course we're going to win a playoff series. What are you talking about? The question should be, how far are we going? If you want to ask that question, it's respectable. But don't talk about Kevin Durant. It's Kevin Durant, bro. Like, it's one of one.
See, you're gonna try to.
It's one of one.
All right, so let me ask you.
You know
who he is. You know that man.
Let me ask you this, right? So, right now, y'all play Cleveland, injured riddle team right now, young team. Y'all beat Cleveland. Y'all beat a 7 seed. You're seeing Milwaukee in the first round. Y'all getting out the first round.
Bounce.
Yes. We beat Milwaukee in Milwaukee with just Kyrie, like, literally a month ago. Like, what are we talking about? Last year we were
You think you guys are the only ones mailing it?
Yeah, please. Giannis is the only superstar in the NBA. Giannis is the only superstar in the NBA who plays hard every night. And that's what people appreciate about him. He plays hard every night. He plays like he's still trying to get up out of Greece. And he don't got shoes at the crib. He still plays that way. That's how Giannis plays. So every night he brings that same mentality. And that's a fact. It's funny, but it's a fact.
What about the other guys?
What about the other guys? You think Drew Holiday has a right to not play hard one night or something? What are you talking about? We ain't got no other superstars there.
Wait, hold on. You said, do you think he has the right? Y'all have the right?
Yes.
To just not be playing?
Yes, we have championship pedigree. No. We have championship pedigree on my team.
They've earned it because they got a ring. They got a ring, right?
Pedigree on our team.
Championship pedigree. Okay, everybody on that team is not championship pedigree.
KD's won. Kyrie's won one. They know what it takes to win one. They know what it takes to win.
Okay, so all the other players. So you tell me,
right? Huh? Milwaukee won last year.
Exactly. I'm not saying they didn't go through a law, but it certainly wasn't against us. They played hard as hell and they got beat. And they got beat by a diminished Nets team.
Guess what? You mentioned two players on your team that got championship pedigree. Milwaukee, as a team, has championship pedigree. They've been there.
Okay.
They actually been to the finals.
Okay.
Had the Nets.
You got this point. They have been to the finals. We have not. They got to the finals at our expense last year when we were busting their behinds in that series. And then literally last year by an inch they escape. And now all of a sudden the Bucks are indomitable. No one can beat the Bucks. Yo, give me a break. Who else is getting this break the Bucks are getting right now? Y'all talking about them like they're the Bulls, like they're the Michael Jordan. Did Michael Jordan reincarnate and is playing for that team or something like that? Am I missing something?
He must be on the Nets the way you talking about him.
I have Kevin Durant. I have KD. I have Kevin Durant. I have KD on my team.
So y'all gonna beat.
Why Milwaukee. Would I not be talking my trash?
Y'all gonna beat Milwaukee. So what's the series then? What y'all win? 4-2, 4-3.
I think we win in 6.
Wow.
I think we win in 6.
Wow.
I think we win in 6 over Milwaukee.
If anything, that's going.
We would have won in 6. We would have won in 6 last year.
That's last.
I can't wait.
We win in 6.
So
right now, I don't know why you can't. You got to be on the couch watching with RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett doing a playoff party watching games
before April.
Watching some real hoopers.
Mid-April, they're gonna be on there right with us.
Yeah, all right.
Right now, though, Milwaukee's only 1 game back, so they might see Miami. Either way, I don't think that's a good matchup for y'all first round.
No, I'm not worried about Miami either.
I'd rather see the Bucks than Miami.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why would I be scared of Miami? For what? What's such a bad matchup for me? Please explain. From a basketball perspective, please explain why I should be scared of Miami.
Miami's deeper than that.
They're deeper.
They're deep. How are they deeper than us? What about them? What, Max Struss? Okay, in the playoffs, I'm worried about Max Struss.
You name it.
Struss.
Random guy.
What's the bald-headed dude who's like a 2K my generic player? Gabe Vincent. I'm okay. Like, what are we talking about? Yo, give me I have Kevin Durant, bro. It's KD. It's KD and Kyrie Irving
with the shoe.
Does he have smaller shoes this year? Just in case.
Whatever, bro. It's KD and Kyrie. I don't got that fat dude going to clubs every night on my team anymore. I got rid of that cancer. Okay, we're cancer free over here. All right, so now we have a chance to win. We have a chance to go all the way.
But it's alarming. Like, so you mentioned Drew Holiday doesn't have the right. He doesn't have the right to not play hard. Anybody else on that roster that y'all have has the right to not be playing hard?
Everybody else on that roster was playing hard. we were just so undermanned for such a
I'm
long
talking,
time.
I'm talking about as of late. Y'all won a couple of games, but y'all don't look good.
No, we haven't won a couple games. We won like 9 of our last like 11.
Y'all don't
We've
look
done really
good.
well. Okay,
Y'all don't look good.
They're coasting. They're coasting. And
So
it's not,
you think
but
I
when
have
you
a right
have, but Tone,
to
you know,
coast?
Tone, you know this as a hooper, you know this. I'm not giving you this out. I'm not doing this. As a hooper, you know that the best players in the team sit home for your team. When the best players in the team aren't playing defense, what does the rest of the guys do? They don't play defense. They follow your lead. It is crazy how this works in basketball. When LeBron not engaged, his teams suck. Even the guy who plays the hardest isn't playing hard anymore. That's just been the case there.
Yeah, but can that be detrimental approaching playoff time? Because you're
Not
getting
when-
out of a rhythm that.
Not when you have guys as good as KD. Sorry.
We
Not
said
when
on
you
the
have guys
defensive
as good
side
as
of the ball, though.
The breaks off Philly and they look at the defensive juggernaut there.
We
And
talked
same
about-
thing with
But what I'm
Miami
saying is
on
talked about
Saturday.
this.
KD might be good enough to flip it on and off, but is the supporting cast good enough to
Yes,
do that as
because
well?
Bruce Brown makes his nails on playing defense and guys like that. Like what we talk, and like again, I'm not completely convinced that Ben Simmons is going to play basketball this year.
He's not.
Okay, whatever. I'm sorry, Doctor Sanders. I didn't know that you have his
He doesn't
medical
wanna
records.
play.
Yeah, okay.
He's not going to
Okay.
play.
All right. Thank you for your
Oh,
medical
but
diagnosis.
he's going to magically be able to turn it on for playoffs. The guy who hasn't played in
all season.
You know,
12 months?
They'll play him in the playoffs, though. I ain't asking you to do anything crazy besides go out there and play hard and play defense, which is what he can really go do. And if he comes back, I'm telling you, bro. And I think he will. I think he's gonna come back. The Nets certainly have to rule him out.
Like this trade's been done for what, a month and a half?
Okay,
now?
he's got a back issue. He's got an epidural. It is what it is. But he's feeling better now. He's got to get on the court. We'll see what happens.
Was he just sitting on his ass the whole
He's
time?
got an
Or
epidural.
was he training?
I don't know what the
Having a
situation
baby.
was in his back. You asked me about that. Yo, what you talking about? What you're talking about right now? I don't even care about. What I care about is that when he comes back, we are literally going to be the best team in the NBA. I don't think you understand.
2022.
No.
2023.
It starts this spring, and you'll see. It starts this spring. We have different problems, man. I'm shopping in a different bracket than you shopping in right now. I have different problems than you, bro.
You
Okay,
right.
I got a million problems. Mediocrity ain't one. Okay, mediocrity is not one problem for me.
Like I said before, when it's all said and done and we both don't have rings, I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Because
That's all that matters at the end of
Right.
the day, right? Is a ring on our finger.
if there's no rings, it don't matter.
Yeah.
In the West, is it foregone conclusion Phoenix is getting in?
To what, the finals?
Yeah.
I don't. Steph Curry's busy out here dressing like a mime, so I don't know what to expect from the Warriors.
That team not healthy though.
Yeah, they're not healthy,
They're
man.
not healthy.
So I don't really.
I don't know. I guess Phoenix is obviously house money's on Phoenix to get out of the West.
Because they're hoping Steph's gonna be back by the time playoffs come. We see how they look without Steph. We saw that last year.
Yeah.
Where it's just a Draymond-led team. They need each other.
Yeah, Phoenix is a safe bet. I don't think anybody else is. The West is really boring. LeBron-less playoffs is going to be really disappointing.
Yeah, they're not even back to playing.
Yeah, the LeBron-less just like meaningful game, like just not having him in any meaningful games is it's just terrible for the league.
They'll make the play. Will they do something? No, but they'll make the play.
You think the Spurs are going to be bad enough to let them in? Because that's basically what we're talking about right now.
Spurs
Or does AD come back in Utah tomorrow night and just go crazy? Just have like a
Utah's on the skid too.
They are on a skid, but Utah's always on the skid around this time of year. When games start to matter, they start to suck.
That's what I'm saying. That I'm not saying in the regard nobody thought Utah was gonna win that anyway. I'm saying this is beautifully planning out for Donovan Mitchell's exit.
He's out of there.
That's what we're seeing.
He's out of there.
That's what we're seeing.
He should be a Knick, but you was talking crazy about him in the group chat. So I don't know what you're on. Hey, Knicks fans, I would like to know if y'all want Donovan Mitchell or not, because Miles apparently thinks that doesn't want him, and I don't. Apparently, Miles is a better option than Donovan Mitchell on that team. Buried somewhere, there's a player that we don't know about better than Donovan Mitchell's on the Knicks right now.
If we're giving up Randall and a few picks, then I'm cool with that. Take that.
What?
Take that.
Also, this is about protecting RJ Barrett. Really? Oh my god. Just move on, bro. Move on, bro. This is about RJ Barrett protecting him. That's what you got. That's what you're fighting so hard for.
But it's about mortgaging your future.
What future? You don't have a future. You guys suck. What future? What future? What's the future? Tell me, please. What does the future look like? Be Raven for a second. Tell me. See into the future for me. Huh?
He said, "Be a Raven for a second. Look into the future."
Tell me what it is. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see.
We building.
Building what?
You're building something.
That's so mild. It's the future I can see.
He's blowing mine, bro. Donovan Mitchell, you don't want he's cold.
He's cold, but I don't. For the Knicks, maybe, but
maybe. What? Who's the better option out there?
I'm not saying there's a better option, but it depends. Ultimate goal, honestly, and I'm not saying it's gonna happen. The ultimate goal for New York is to bring a championship back to New York.
Stop talking like that. It's not even you can't do that. Like it's like talking about the Pelicans and saying the goal is to win and bring a championship to the Pelicans.
I said the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal. It don't mean it's gonna happen next year, in the next 3-4 years. You still the Knicks, and you're a Knicks fan, isn't the regardless of the fact, no matter how bad they are, the organization. This is not like OKC. The organization.
Nah, they're not trying to like do what OKC's doing.
That's my point. I'm saying at some point,
like
y'all
that.
want to be in a position to be talking about we're in the championship conversation again.
Right.
Is Donovan Mitchell?
But is he that piece?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if Donovan Mitchell is a number one on a championship team.
But he's desperate.
He doesn't have to be.
Just to laugh at the fact that when
I
it
wouldn't
doesn't work out,
no,
I'm an 8 seed, and it's like,
no. Y'all should
it never works out for these players.
Yo, y'all are so he's crazy because it's so funny. It would be poetic if y'all traded for him because you guys are idiots who didn't draft him in the first place, and y'all should have had him on your team to begin with. We shouldn't be having this conversation, but y'all wanted Frank Middle, whatever his name is. Y'all wanted him. You wanted him instead. So instead. Now we're in this mess where you have to trade for the guy you should have had in the first place because you had Phil Jackson making decisions.
That wasn't my fault. That was Phil Jackson.
It is your fault.
Like a week later,
it is your fault. I blame Knicks fans because you guys have been sitting there and tolerating this garbage for years, rooting for this team, talking about how loyal a fan base you guys are. Instead of stopping going to the games, y'all go to the games and y'all boo James Dolan. Y'all gave him bread, you idiots. Why are you guys there? And he kicked you out the game early, so you just lost money. Like Knicks fans are so. What is wrong with you guys, yo? Like for real, bro. When I don't understand. Like I don't get it. Every other team in the league when they suck, what's the correlation? The arena's empty. It's empty. It's boo birds coming down. Paper bags in the head.
What's wrong with you?
Oh yeah, y'all empty and y'all good.
We moved away from the fan base. We left Jersey. The fans are here. Okay, and by the way, they set a record when Kyrie's first home game. It was like over 18,000 in there. Loud. So I'm just saying. And on the road, we have fans popping out. We have fans popping out. Coming to check us out. That's basically a new franchise now.
Hey, that's gonna be their moral victories for this year.
Moral? No, my victory's gonna be a championship. We have KD and Kyrie.
Bro, I love you.
I have Kevin Durant.
I love
Kevin Durant.
I love you, bro. Y'all not winning this year.
I have Kevin Durant, bro.
Y'all not winning. I agree. Kevin Durant is all world 1-on-1 special.
So is Kyrie.
Something's gonna go
wrong.
So
is Kyrie's 1-on-1.
Okay.
I'm saying. Yo, I tell you this, bro. I will give you on everything. I'll buy you 3 weeks of Bubba Coos on me for 3 episodes if they win.
You're gonna buy it.
Yeah, if they win. You feel me? If they pull this out from being an 8th or a 7th seed and go win this, I promise you, I will come on the show like y'all was wrong. But I think it's too big of an uphill battle for them, bro. It's too much.
Just like for the longest, everybody thought the Lakers could just turn it on. It'll work. Something will happen. Like you were so convinced that Russ was going to work.
It's definitely not the same.
It's not the same.
Definitely not the same.
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it's the same way that you were saying early in the season. Like, they'll figure it out.
No, it ain't even
I agree.
It ain't even that because there's more skepticism in that.
I agree. Chris was saying like, all right, there's no argument on anybody from the show. KD, Kyrie can obviously turn it on whenever they want. It's no disagreement on the aspect of your leaders that are stars like that lead the team and they have to follow. The thing is, we're just acting, well, not us. You're just acting as if these other teams ain't going to be prepared for Brooklyn.
They're not. When KD, Kyrie show up with the guy like Seth Curry in the corner, throw the ball too.
When a snake and a priest walk in the room, what happens?
Give me a break, bro. Hey, Nets win the championship. Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here first. Since everybody else is talking about whether or not we can win a series, y'all heard it here first. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh God,
it's getting late. We're getting past Chris' bedtime. Let's move this thing on.
Yeah, bro, my butt getting sore from this chair.
We're gonna have to bleep that out. All the things you've been saying tonight.
Yo. transition. We looking at. We looking at.
I'm good.
We looking at the NFL. NFL came out with a new overtime rule in playoffs. Basically, each team gets a chance to have the ball, and if it's a tie after that, sudden death. Y'all fans of this rule?
I hate it. I hate this rule. Like, why? There was nothing wrong with it to begin with. People just had a problem with the game ending without, we want more action. We want more action. Like, no, this is the rules. Like, you want to keep changing the rules to fit what the fans want. Like,
I agree with what Mike Thomas said. I don't know if y'all heard what Mike Thomas said. Mike Thomas said, essentially, I'm not quoting him verbatim, except one part that I will quote verbatim. He essentially was saying, yo, how I view it, man, like, you had 60 minutes to prevent it from going to overtime. Mm-hmm. And then once it's in overtime, he was like, I don't fear sudden death. So I like the rule how it was. Mike Tomlin being the GOAT that he is and just everything he says is gold. I was like, that's it.
That's essentially what Marcus Spears said too, talking about like you changing the rule to make other people feel good now, right? To make these players feel good and care about their emotions, but that's not how the game was designed, right? You're playing to win the game. If you can't get it done in the 60 minutes that you have to get it done, then you got to be looking at the defense. Like,
that's on you,
yeah.
Bro.
And
like,
we get it with the Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen situation. They were both balling out that game. So understandably, everybody wanted more action. But at the end of the day, if your defense cannot get it done, you got to be looking at that. It is what it is.
NFL, what are we doing here? This gives off vibes of everybody gets a participation trophy nonsense because both teams get a chance to have it. And then so what happens then, right? We go back to that game. Mahomes gets it. Josh Allen gets it. It's tied. Josh Allen gets it back. You still gonna have people complaining like, well, Mahomes gonna get it back. This don't solve it. This does not solve it.
People gonna complain like, oh, if this was last year, we would have won this game by now. It would have been over.
Fact.
It's a part of the NFL's long-standing journey to devalue defense. They've always tried to make offense the key point of emphasis around the league, and that's all this rule is. It's so funny because they use this the whole outrage around the Chiefs-Bills game as like a cover to do this. I'm sure they've wanted to do this for a long time because this makes sense for the NFL, right? People dig points, like chicks dig the long ball, and fans just dig quarterbacking and.
You said chicks dig the long ball?
Yeah, I'm trying to get that too.
Yeah,
baseball. You gotta get. Baseball. Yeah, he knew because but to my main point.
I just want you to break that down.
He thought he's gonna have to edit it out.
I was just trying to figure out like were you trying to be the Channing Crowder of the show? Like, playing kitty cat on the porch and whatnot.
The episode was crazy.
Yo, you're funny.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna be doing in Mexico.
He said.
Yo, he's crazy. But
watch, we gonna get down there for Greg Way, and we go. Oh, the heck, this one got a kitty cat outfit on.
Why Greg kneeling down on the porch, licking his hand, talking about let me in.
Yo, oh my god.
On the set though,
it's about them.
No, I'm saying on the set though. If we catch any funky junk down there, we talking about it on the show.
Yo, you're not gonna catch nothing. That's what I'm gonna tell you right now. That show has zero admissions being sold. I'll tell you that right now.
So the other thing that NFL did that came out, which I think is actually bigger news and more important news, it came out now that teams must add on a minority or a female as an offensive coach. What are y'all thoughts regarding this? I'll just say this. Yet again, the higher ups have to force teams to do what they should already be doing.
It's comical. We shouldn't even be in this position in the first place. You should already have African Americans and minorities in these positions to where it's not an issue, where people are not complaining about it. The fact that people are complaining about it, that this has to become a rule to allow more minorities to have a better shot at head coaching opportunities, offensive coordinator opportunities. It's ridiculous. I mean, this is 2022. Why is this becoming a thing? Because they're only making it a thing so people stop complaining about it, right? Because now they're just checking a box.
Oh, this is really, really to help them in court with the Brian Flores case. Hey, we're making strides.
Great
so
point.
before the proceedings happen, we're gonna get ahead of this thing now.
Yeah.
Look what we doing. See, there's no way we was being racist towards Brian. Right. Us? Nah, we love Brian. No,
and then it goes from interviewing one minority to now you have to interview two. Okay, cool. We interviewed 2 minority people. We checked the box. We still not picking none of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's distasteful. It really is.
Shanice and Brian, they didn't really do it for us. Like, regardless, it still don't do anything. But I just find this is appalling and abysmal and disgusting that we're at a point of 2022 where you're talking about the headline is teams have to do this now.
Right.
As if we're dealing with like you're a parent. Hey, you have to wash your butt. You have to brush your teeth. There's certain things I shouldn't have to tell you to do.
Not only that, too, like if I'm the person picked for that job as a minority, now I feel like a charity case, right? Now I feel like y'all don't even want me here. I'm here because I have to be here, and I was just the lucky winner. You know what I'm saying?
Not only even dig deeper on that charity case. I'm here because I have to be here. But then, what's my leash? Am I just here because, like you said, I have to hire you, and then a year he's gone,
and they have to work with the offensive, the staff, and things like that. So.
What have we been saying about that? I thought that was the best part.
What part?
They said that they have to hire a minority coach on the offensive side of the ball.
On the offensive side of the ball.
Because the stigma is that if you coach offense, you're a smarter person than if you coach defense, which is why you see no black people coaching offense because they think black people are stupid. And I just thought that was it's so crazy. Brian
Flores situation. That's part of what came up and what he was saying. They're literally speaking to that to get ahead of it. You telling me before this year, y'all ain't know this was a problem. Before this year, you talking about the rule change. They probably wanted to do this rule change all the time. They ain't want to do this all the time.
That's another thing too.
This ain't been sitting in the tuck like, yo, we gonna give these owners a couple more years to see if they gonna do the right thing. Nah, they just been kind of coasting like, all right, cool. They the Nets. They coasting like we good. We in a good place.
It's true.
We straight. We ain't gotta change nothing. Now, Brian Flores about to blow this whole thing up, and they said also that there are reports that it's going to be people joining on to this lawsuit.
Yeah.
So this about to get.
It's about to get crazy.
It's about to get real messy.
It's about to get messy.
He's getting paid on the side.
He about to get paid big money. So we all know what it is. So we all know that Brian Flores is you can't. It's hard to prove racism in a bucket, but they're gonna have the NFL's stupid. They got the emails in the tuck that they don't want getting out there because we saw happen with Cap. I'm sure they're stupid and they're gonna hurt themselves in this case.
I wouldn't be surprised either. We talked about it, we mentioned it, we see the reports. I wouldn't be surprised if some team randomly signs Cap on some like I can see the
Seahawks move.
I can see the owners meetings happening like, hey, yo, one of y'all who gonna take one for the team? Who gonna sign him? Because if we have to go to the proceedings with this Brian Flores thing and we don't show any type of progression, somebody gotta take this out because all the owners gonna have to eat this when Brian Flores, when everything comes out. This hurt all the owners, so I can see them. They just had the owners meetings. Yo, all right, we made the rule change. What we doing about this Brian Flores situation? When are y'all gonna sign Cap?
This might be their way of the new rule might be their way of saying, all right, this is the progression, like, which is horrible.
I don't think the timing is accidental at all.
Yeah.
Owners meetings happen. Owners meetings happen. We're gonna throw out the one that y'all really care about, the fans. We made y'all happy. New playoff rule. Oh yeah, by the way, we gotta force these jokers in there. So we're gonna throw out the one. We're gonna put two headlines out. And we know the fact that NFL is still one of the most popular sports. Some people read that one about the forced, but they really was like excited about talking about, if they had this last year with the Bills and the Chiefs, and the product is the product, and unfortunately it's such a great product. It's not many times when we see few people that actually went to boycott it. NFL is gonna keep going on. This one was performative. It was performative just to put it out there, and the fact that they put it out within the same day, we know what. Hey, we know what y'all really care about. We changed the playoff rule. Keep tuning in, guys. See you next week. We can't stand you Negroes, but next week, Packers at home against the Cowboys.
It's fine. I literally for the first time I don't have much to say because obviously we know what it is. We already know what it is. It's not even like it's that like it's so obviously performative that it's not like what am I going to say? What am I going to say now that I haven't said before? How about that?
Facts.
All
facts. On facts. And as they say in one of them old school movies, that's a wrap, Jack. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. Benchmark, we out. Peace.